every day is getting better. I think we provide depth. Really pleased with some guys like AJ and Sap. Really pleased with Brewer. John Probst has come along pretty well as well to prove that he can give us some relief at the position. We're waiting for Kurt to get back as well. So we got a lot of guys that's really stepping up and starting to understand, and we're starting to get the tempo that we want out there.
When do you expect to get in the jet lines?
No, he'll start in a couple of days. He's been doing all of our drills and stuff, and he's starting to go through pass scales and those deals. So we're slowly starting to build him into it.
So Bynum make an interception.
Yeah, he is. He's trying hard, and we teach a lot of effort. That's one of Butch's main priorities: effort on every single play. He dropped off in one scrimmage and got after him, and he came back and responded to that.
Are you getting a look at Jalen at linebacker at all?
Who is that now?
Are you getting a look at Reeves-Maybin at linebacker at all?
That's the head coach's decision. We've talked about it, bounced it around, but that's going to be on him.
You talked about the jet and kind of him slowly coming back. Just what's your confidence level in Brent Brewer to kind of play that spot?
I tell you, in springtime, he was coming from the back end, coming up to the front, getting close to the line, so he's a little hesitant on taking on linemen. But now I tell you, he's gotten a lot stronger. He's probably the most vicious guy we got when it comes to getting off of blocks. And kind of set the mood of the room. And he really strikes the lineman. He really strains hard on every single play. And so if you ask the guys in the room right now who's probably playing the most consistent, they'd probably say Brent Brewer.
What's the advantage of safeties like Sap and Brewer moving the line?
Yeah, just the range that they have and being able to play in space. So much cover down and 11 personnel and nickel work on in today's game. Guys playing in space, and you want guys to be able to play in space. And those two guys being in the back end before, that kind of gives them guys an advantage.
How much does that help their pass coverage abilities?
Tremendously. They don't panic. When you really talking about guys that play out there, that's not in our world usually. We're in the box guys, and DBs are usually out there in space. And so offenses try to take advantage of you in that kind of way. Guys like Brew and Sap, they don't panic when they get out in space.
Coach, does Jalen kind of bring that same skill set? I know he was just over there watching today.
Absolutely. He'll learn as he go along. As time goes on, he'll start getting the calls and what his job responsibilities are.
And haven't seen him in high school. He's obviously a guy that not afraid to stick his head in there either.
No, he's never been shy.
Not one of those guys, DBs moves up, you worry about it.
We see that in practice now. He's not afraid of contact by no stretch of imagination. He gets after it, and he's a really smart and cerebral kid, and that's kind of our motto in the room. Great linebackers are smart and tough, and he possesses a lot of good qualities as a linebacker.
It looks like Christian's getting green jerseys off. He's more in the mix. Just how's he fitting in back
He's
there?
coming along. We're going to keep challenging him. Again, the room, the theme of our room is just tough guys, smart guys, and a lot of pride. And Christian has a lot of that. He's got all the intangibles that had to be a really good linebacker. He's strong. He can run. He's a smart kid. And it just takes experience as he keeps getting out there and just playing for one sometimes.
What is it about AJ specifically as impressed you? You mentioned him at the top.
He has an uncanny knack of playing through traffic, and when things are congested and most guys can't see, for a big guy, he has an uncanny ability to get to the ball. He has a nose for it. And I tell you, a lot of things that you can't coach. Sometimes I look at him like, how did he make the play? He has a great knack, a great sense of how to get to the ball, and then he's such a strong tackler. He very rarely misses tackles.
Y'all got the impression this spring that y'all weren't necessarily that concerned with him getting 140 tackles or something again, just making more big plays.
Just trying to get the mindset of trying to get off the field. Trying to get off the field on third down and making explosive plays like sacks and tackle for losses. Do things to get off the field. Make sure our third down conversions are in the top 10 in the country. We want to be efficient in the red zone. We want to be efficient in short yardage. Things that'll get us off the field where people ain't sustaining long drives on us.
Has he come along since the spring in terms of just his leadership ability and kind of developing into
He's getting there, I tell you, because every day I can see the confidence in him. He has a lot more presence in the room. First got there, of course, it's a new defense, so guys were hesitant to talk. And, nobody wanted to ask questions. Now when you come into the room, guys got their notebooks, they're asking questions, and they're not afraid to ask, hey, Coach, I don't understand something. Can you draw this on the board for us? And so now they're students of the game, and so they want to know exactly how the defense works, what's the advantages, what's the disadvantages of it, what kind of techniques they need to use. And so the fact that he asks a lot of questions tells me he's into it.
We spoke briefly with Al Wilson Friday. What kind of impression a leader like that?
No, he's the ultimate. We talk about alpha males and beta males. Alphas being the lions of the jungles and the betas being the hyenas. And And we say Al Wilson is the ultimate alpha. You know, and he's the ultimate guy. You know, he won 45 games here, only lost 5 in the whole career. And so you talking about a mark to be reached. And so when you see a guy like him, you know, it's a guy like him to come and talk to your team. And so things that we preach in our room, toughness, being smart, and then a guy like him comes in there and he says the same thing that we talk about. You know, it's the characteristics of the great linebacker that's been here today.
Coach, with AJ, you talked about him just being able to avoid all that trash at the line of scrimmage. Is that, I mean, you've been around some really good linebackers. Is that sort of a common denominator for all of them in the middle?
Yeah, they got. I mean, if you go back,
kind of bob and weave and just.
Yeah, they know how to make plays. I mean, and AJ's so big and he's so long and he's a strong kid, you know, and he's a physical kid. So